Hi, everybody. Number one, thank you for being here. The sunlight's kind of weird on my face, but thank you for being here. We're gonna learn about Common Sense 101. We're gonna do self-image today. So I actually have a little PowerPoint that I'm going to share with you. So very interactive, very cool. So like I said, we're chatting about self-image today and what it is and kind of go into detail about self-image. So what in the world is self-image? So is it what we believe about ourselves or how others see us? You might not know what self-image is, and that's okay, but self-image is what we believe about ourselves. So self-image can be affected by how others see us, but technically that's not what self-image is. Self-image is how we ourselves see us, not how others see us. It's how we see ourselves. So how is it formed, you may ask? So here's a little bit true or false, and it'll answer the question of how it's formed. So what we believe about what you believe about yourself will affect the way you act. Is that true or false? What you believe about yourself will affect the way you act. So if you answer true, then you are correct. So yes, it is true. What you believe about yourself will affect the way you act. So if I believe myself to be a math expert and be super good at math, I'm going to believe I'm a mathematician. Like, I'm super good at math. People have told me I'm good at math. Like, I must be good at math, right? But if I suck at playing sports, so if I suck at basketball and every time I try to play it, somebody says, you suck at basketball, you can't shoot, you can't pass, you can't dribble, then of course, I'm going to think I suck at basketball, right? Because multiple people have told me that I suck at basketball, right? So what I believe about myself will affect the way I act, because if I feel like I suck at something, I'm not going to go into it very confident. So if I get on the basketball court, I'm not going to be very confident about how I play. I'm going to tell everybody I suck, I'm not very good at this. So yes, I'm going to believe that I'm not good at it. So that is true. What you believe about yourself will affect the way you act. So true or false? Self-image cannot be formed. True or false? That's false. If you answered false, then you're correct. So self-image can be formed, right? So it kind of shapes you. So if when I'm younger, I'm not very good at math, I'm going to grow up to think I'm not good at math. But when I get to high school and the teacher tells me I'm pretty good at math and she recommends me for an honors class, then my self-image is going to kind of like change on that and be like, hey, I might be pretty good at math. So-and-so said so, right? So it can be formed. So next question, true or false? What others think about us and our past experience, successes, and failures is self-image. So that's kind of tricky. So what others think of us and our past experiences / successes and failures is self-image. True or false? So if you said true, you are right. So it is true. What others think of us in our past experience, successes, and failures is self-image. So in the past, people might have seen you that you weren't very good at something. So in their mind, you're not good at a certain thing. In other areas, you're really good at, right? So your past experience and successes and failures is self-image, because if you fail at something when you're younger and you keep failing at it over and over again, of course, it's going to shape you and your self-image, and you're going to say, hey, I'm not really good at this, and I don't like doing this because I'm not good at it. So yes, that is true. All right, next question. How many self-images can a person have? Can a person have one self-image only? Maybe two, three, infinity? So there is multiple self-images a person can have. So with that being said, what I mean by that is a person can have different self-images by being really good at writing essays, being really good at playing a sport, being really good at public speaking. Like, a person can have many different self-images. It's just not one. They're not just good at one thing. They're good at multiple things. So yes, a person can have as many self-images as they want and they can identify with. So Can you improve your self-image? Yes or no? Can you improve your self-image? Yes or no? So if you said you can improve your self-image, you are correct. You can improve your self-image. You might not be good at something, but at first, maybe might be not good at it the second time either. But if you practice it and you keep doing it, you can improve it. As long as you practice and have patience, you can probably be really, really good at it. Hi, Bella. So I'm already starting, so I'm just gonna keep going and then I'll just ask you questions at the end, okay? So just bear with me and then we'll keep going from there, okay? So, self-image. We're talking about self-image. I'll just give you kind of like a brief overview. We're talking about self-image and if it can be improved or not, what it means, what self-image means in general. So you're welcome to type in the chat, ask any questions and stuff. So maybe we'll start with this for you. So trivia question, I know you just jumped in, but trivia question, can you improve your self-image? Yes or no? Yes, perfect. Yes, look at you. You're already on a roll. So yes, you can improve your self-image. Like I was saying, you can improve your self-image because you might not be good at something at first. You might not be good at it a second time you try it, but eventually if you keep practicing it, you can improve it. Maybe when you look at yourself, sometimes people struggle with this. When you look at yourself, you might not look like what you look in the mirror. But especially as a teenager, you're growing. So you're going to change. You're not going to stay a certain way forever. So you can improve your self-image and your mentality will probably change as well. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's also, I'm not saying it's a good thing either. It's just that everybody changes throughout life, as well as your hobbies and what you do. You might not be good at playing a sport right now or playing an instrument, but if you keep practicing, you can improve that. So yes, you can improve your self-image. So I kind of touched on these, but these are ways to improve your self-image. So there's a lot of different ways. So first is don't form a negative comment about yourself after one or two bad experience. So let's use myself, for example. Let's say I go out and try to learn how to play softball. Never played softball in my life, right? And let's say I suck the first two times that I tried it. I shouldn't tell myself, you suck. This is the first time you try something and you suck at it. Like, no, you have to learn the game and you have to learn how to do it before you can decide for yourself that you suck. So don't form a negative comment about yourself after one or two bad experiences. You have to give it a try and give it a chance, especially if it's something brand new that you've never tried before. You have to give yourself a chance. So don't say you suck at something when you haven't really tried it and it's your first time doing it. So identify your strengths and weaknesses as well. So identify what you're really good at and maybe something that you might need to work in. So I'm really good at some things that other people are not good at. And I'm really bad at what some other people are really good at. So we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. We're all really good at certain things that other people may not be. I wish I could draw and I can't. But other people are like awesome and phenomenal artists. So that's one weakness of mine that maybe I could turn into a strength. So there's a lot of strengths and weaknesses that we all have that make us unique from everybody else. So the next thing is improve where you are weak. So like I said, I'm not a very strong artist. So if I want to become a strong artist, I probably would need to practice, maybe take some lessons on it, maybe do some more research. And the biggest thing is just practice, practice, practice. I need to practice how to do my art and maybe my handwriting, something that'll help me improve where I'm weak. And that goes with everything. Maybe you're not good at math. Maybe you're not as strong in a certain sport. Maybe you're not strong in communicating with people. That's something we can work on that are our weak areas. The last thing is goal setting. So setting goals. So goal setting, how do you do it? There's actually steps to this thing you might have not known about, but there's steps to goal setting. So there's 4 steps to it. It has to be realistic. So it has to be something real and that you can accomplish. You can't make a goal like, I don't know, a realistic goal is a not realistic goal is like saying you're going to recreate the periodic table. Like you could do that, but the periodic table is already, you know, it's already existing. So you can't make the periodic table again. You can probably finesse it and make it better, but you're not going to be the inventor of it. So it has to be something realistic. So for example, let's say you want to make all A's this semester. So that's something realistic. It has to be meaningful to you. So the worst thing to do is set a goal that means nothing to you. So if you're thinking about a goal and you're like, whatever, it's just a goal, whatever. It's not going to work out. So you have to do something that's really meaningful to you, that you're like, you know what, I really want to do this. I really want to get straight A's by the end of this semester. I really am going to, you know, try and do my best and study and do my homework and try to get all A's. It has to be something that's manageable. You don't want to do something that's so out of your hands that you can't reach it, right? So it's getting straight A's is manageable, right? You're going to stay on top of your work. You're going to stay on top of studying. You're going to stay on top of your test. You're probably going to go get extra help. So it's manageable. You can manage it. And measurable. So it has to be something that you can measure. So maybe you look at yourself at the beginning of the school year and you start maybe with some C's and B's. And at the end of the school year, you have all A's. So it's something that you measure yourself. And also the other thing that's not mentioned on here is giving yourself kudos. That's the most important thing, is give yourself credit, because you can't be so hard on yourself that you're like, oh, you suck. You did not get an A this week on this test. Like, don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself credit for how far you've come. So remember, the 4 stages of goal setting is make it realistic to you, meaningful to you, something you can manage, and something that's measurable. And that's it. Good job. Thank you for joining me and being here with me. I hope you enjoyed this self-image lesson. All right, Bella, I stopped recording. I was recording myself for future references. But thank you for joining me. How was school today? Test already? This early? Didn't you just start school and you're already having tests? What classes did you have tested? Health? Annoying. That's crazy. I can't believe you already had tests. Well, that's good. How are you? I'm asking everybody, are you good on like mask wise, water bottle wise? Do you need any of that?